Because Team Francis is doing the exact same thing. They are creating chaos from which humanity may or may not emerge. We're going to wait and see. And that's why, friends, I believe that as a man, baptized Catholic, lifelong Catholic, my first order of business, according to my conscience, is to resist this Pope to his face, whatever he is. That's what I have to do. He must be stopped. The world must see that Catholics are resisting. That's why I'm so excited about the Africans, and I'm so excited I'm standing with them. In fact, I'm going to go to Africa on pilgrimage in order to show my solidarity, more on that next week, with what the African Catholics are doing. Those are our brothers, right? And people say, well, okay, you're going to resist the Pope, but man, you gotta make sure you're respectful. And I say, but what does that even mean? Am I going to be respectful in how I oppose him? Honestly, it's not the top priority anymore. I'm just a guy. I'm just a political science journalist guy. I'm not a theologian. But I do know this. Dante, the great poet, medieval poet, he wrote the bad popes of his days. He wrote them into the deepest pits of hell. Do you remember? The Inferno? Michelangelo painted them in the Sistine Chapel, painted them in hell. Savonarola, the great Dominican reformer of the 15th century, he wrote letters to the kings of France, England, Spain, Hungary, the Emperor of Germany, pleading with them to call an ecclesiastical council to depose Pope Alexander VI for his abuse of power. You see? Savonarola resisted the Pope of his day to his face. People say, oh, look at you, man. You're setting up to, Savonarola, he's the one that made Martin Luther think he could. No. Savonarola didn't oppose the papacy, never, not once. He opposed the clown who was sitting in the chair of St. Peter at the time. And I think maybe we need to get back to that sort of human part of the church. The church has a divine element, the church has a human element. And the human element can get really messed up. It has in the past, and it is right now. And Savonarola, by the way, back in a more normal time, where we weren't behaving this way, as though the Pope is Christ rather than the vicar of Christ, as though the Pope can never sin, as if the Pope can never go to hell. This is an anomaly, this is a new thing. It's not the way it was in the Middle Ages. So consequently, Savonarola, a guy like that, was venerated almost as a saint by St. Philip Neri, by St. Catherine Ricci, by St. John Fisher, by St. Pius V, by St. Pius X, who said, no, he was right to go after an evil pope, a pope who was corrupt in his day. What we have to remember, friends, and these discussions I'm not telling you I got it nailed and my take is perfect. I'm just telling you how I look at it, how I see it, as a guy who's been in this for a long time. What you have to remember when you get overly concerned about, you must be respectful of Francis. Don't forget this. Francis is not making innocent mistakes that require our patient and respectful correction. Oh, Holy Father, I think maybe you made a little mistake there. That's not what this is about. Remember, he came in saying he was going to permanently alter and change and destroy the church as she had always been. He's the Obama of the papacy. Remember, Obama was going to wreck this country and change so it would never be changed back. That's what Francis is doing to the Catholic Church. His pontificate, therefore, is wholly corrupt. You see? He's at war with natural law. He doesn't need correction. He needs to be resisted to his face.